coming up.
You guys are averaging 88 points. You've gone over 100 for the third time tonight. Are either of you surprised at all by the offensive production this group has had, considering most of you are new, playing together for the first time this year?
I wouldn't say I'm surprised, just because we have so many offensive threats and we have a lot of older guys. And one of the good things with coming with experience is just knowing how to play. We have a lot of guys who have reached big milestones over their careers. We have a lot of scorers and a lot of offensive threats that, you could just go on and on, even guys that, don't always show it. We just got, like, anybody at any given night could kind of go off on offense. So it's not really surprising to me.
Piggyback what he said, like, got a bunch of older guys, and I said it in my interview on the court, like, when you got, like, older guys, you kind of know how to play and you know the game a lot. So, like you said, like, anybody can go off at any given time, any night. So I think we're just starting to learn how to share the ball a lot, and knowing that, like, your brother gonna have it back. If you make one more pass, you might get it back. So
You had a stretch there in the second half where you had 10 points in a minute and a half, and you looked like you were obviously feeling good. You started skipping after one of them. Did that timeout that they took after that come at a bad time? Were you hoping to just keep shooting and not take a breath?
Well, yeah, I definitely would have liked to just keep, getting them up, but I think after that, like, got a little bit tired, and I didn't want to just start just throwing stuff up. So, it was good to get hot for the time it was, and it was good for the team. Got our energy up.
I gotta ask, with the fro and number 8, is it like a little Mamba mode you just went into right there?
I like to think so, but don't want to.
Shout out to Coach.
Matt, how are you feeling tonight? As far as, coming off some of those back spasms and things that you've been dealing with, would you say you're pretty close to 100% at this point?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling good. It's more been just conditioning for me, get my conditioning back. But coaches make sure to keep me in practice, and we get up and down a lot, and so I feel like I'm kind of getting where I should be.
I asked Coach Enfield, as you guys get ready for Virginia and conference play, where do you guys feel like you've grown the most from game 1 to where you are now?
I would say from game 1, like, we had a bunch of new guys and new coaches and just a new program. I think it's finally starting to get to the point where we're like figuring out how to play as a team, and now I think it's like you can kind of see it from game to game. Each game, like, realizing that we're getting better. Like, every practice, we're getting better, moving the ball along with each other. So I would say that's really just it. Like, the more games you play together, the more it's gonna start springing together.
When you put up 100 plus, it's easy for us to ask you about the offensive end, but what did you guys think of your team's defensive performance tonight?
I think that we definitely have to get better. Our three-point defense, they did get up a lot, but we gotta get out on those, and that's kind of something that we've been trying to emphasize as late here in the season. But I think overall, we're getting better. The more we get to know each other, same kind of answer that he gave for the offense is kind of similar to the defense. The more you get to know each other, all sides of the ball kind of start to click. You start to have each other's back. Guys' tendencies, when he gets beat here, when to rotate, and that's just all getting to know each other.
Man, is there a different mentality you have to take when you switching from the 3 to the 4 in terms of what Coach Enfield wants from you on both ends of the floor, or how do you see that?
Yeah, definitely. With Enfield's offense, everything's can be kind of interchangeable depending on what we're doing. But yeah, I would say so, because defensively you're guarding a big now, and you're not necessarily on the wing on offense. You kind of dribble handoffs and some screens and stuff like that. So I think so, but I try to just either way keep the mentality of play as a team and try to play aggressive in terms of just hunt rebounds, whether on the 4 or the 3, and because we had the 3, 4, and 5 always crash. So I kind of try to keep the same mentality, but every play is different.
Kario, before the season, Coach talked about how he wanted to get your confidence up, and now it is the 4th game in a row scoring, and double figures for you. Where would you rank right now your confidence at currently?
It's been pretty high. I think mostly because me and him, we had a conversation like after I think one of our games, and he was just kind of telling me that like, yo, I'm a good player, like, and the offense is gonna come eventually. So just he wanted me to go out there and focus on my defense, focus on the things that I would say that I needed to work on, and I think with that kind of gave me a lot more confidence to start shooting the ball better, start making more like offensive plays and defensive plays as well. So I would say it's pretty high right now. Try to keep it at a good standpoint.
To piggyback off of that, Coach was talking about you on the defensive end. Last couple of games, you tried to draw a couple of charges, and the whistle hasn't gone your way. But what have you been trying to tighten up on the defensive end in order to contribute on both ends of the floor?
Mostly just being in the right spot. Sometimes, like as a defender, like you can get caught up in guarding your guy. I think the last couple of games I've been in the right spot, like helping my teammate out or getting to the rim, things like that. Just trying to give a little bit more effort on that end. Because all that defense, all it is really effort. I think you could be the best defender in the gym, even if you're not the best athlete in the gym, just by trying harder than the next guy.
Kario, you played the majority of your college career already in two major power conferences. You played in a lot of big games. Going into ACC play now, do you look around the room and feel as though, you know, you're there as that support, almost that mentality as senior leadership in a sense to some of these guys who have not been through some of those wars that you have? How do you view yourself in that role here at SMU, getting ready to go to the ACC?
Like, yeah, definitely. Like you said, like trying to just kind of tell the guys, like we're gonna be in these big games, and you gotta kind of come in with a different mindset. Like you gotta come in with the same mindset, but it gotta really be different because you're gonna play every other game we play now. We might play some NBA guys or some playing like Duke and things like that. North Carolina, like you gotta be prepared to go in and this margin of error is very small in those games. So just come in and try to tell the guys that, and I think once you get a couple games in and you kind of see how it is, I think it'll be good for us.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.